Imagine waking up one day with the unsettling realization that the life you've been living is not truly your own. That every decision you've made, every belief you hold, and even the desires that drive you may not have originated from the deepest part of who you are, but rather from the invisible forces that have shaped you. External influences, expectations, societal pressures, conditioning, have all conspired to mold you into someone you may never have truly chosen. Have you ever felt that way? As though the path you've been walking was laid out by something or someone else, and you were simply following along, perhaps even enjoying it, but never truly knowing if it was your journey to begin with. The subtle hum of disconnection plays in the background of your mind, and it's only when the noise of life dies down that you realize the gap between who you think you are and who you actually are. How much of your identity is a reflection of your authentic self? How much of it is merely a mask, a carefully constructed persona shaped by the pressures of the world around you? This persona, while allowing you to survive in a society full of conflicting voices, can become so ingrained that you begin to mistake it for your real self. But as you navigate your life, a nagging feeling persists. Something isn't right. You've begun to question not just what you want, but who you even are. Consider the countless expectations society places upon you. What you should wear, what you should believe, what you should feel, even what you should fear. Each one of these creates a piece of your identity, like an artist shaping a sculpture. But with one critical difference. The artist is not you. It is the world around you. Family, peers, media, culture. These outside forces impose their definitions upon you, telling you how to live, how to think, and how to feel. We all play the game. We wear the masks, speak the words, follow the rules, but deep down, we all feel something is off. We're too often living according to scripts written by others. But the truth that Carl Jung unveils is that life doesn't begin until we find ourselves, until we step out of the role we were assigned, the mask we were told to wear, and dare to uncover the true face beneath it all. But what does it mean to truly find yourself? Is it just about gaining self-awareness, looking inside yourself and saying, "I know who I am"? Or is there a much deeper, more transformative process that Jung was pointing to? Finding yourself isn't merely a cognitive awareness. It's a journey, a challenge, a confrontation with parts of yourself you've long forgotten or tried to suppress. It's not just about understanding your likes, dislikes, and tendencies. It's about understanding your unconscious mind, the vast, often hidden realm where your truest self resides. As we uncover the hidden forces that shape your identity, you will begin to realize why most people never truly find themselves. The forces that shape us are often so ingrained, so subtle, that we don't even notice them. And once you begin to see these forces for what they are, you'll have the ability to break free from them. The realization that comes at the end of this exploration will be the most powerful of all. It has the potential to shift not only the way you view yourself, but the very way you engage with the world. Carl Jung was not just a psychologist, he was a visionary. His exploration into the human mind transcended the boundaries of traditional psychology. He ventured into the deeper, more mysterious areas of the unconscious, seeking to understand the parts of our psyche that we are unaware of. but which exert such powerful influence over us. For Jung, psychological growth wasn't about conforming to society or adjusting your behavior to fit in with the expectations around you. Instead, it was about individuation, the process of becoming who you were always meant to be. But here's the problem. Most people never embark on this journey. Most people stay stuck in a version of themselves that has been shaped by external influences. They live according to expectations, striving for approval from the outside world, never once questioning whether their lives are truly aligned with their deepest self. They seek happiness, success, validation, all from external sources. And deep within, despite the outward achievements, there is a quiet sense of dissatisfaction, a feeling that something is missing. Jung believed that life truly begins when we stop running from ourselves, when we cease avoiding the difficult truths of who we are. But before we can talk about what it means to find yourself, we must first understand what prevents most people from ever doing so. From the moment we enter the world, we are conditioned. We are given names, placed into categories, told what to think, what to believe, what to want. As children, we absorb these external teachings without resistance. We are taught that this is how the world works, that these are the rules. And little by little, we start to suppress parts of ourselves that don't fit into those rules. We adapt, we conform, but in doing so, we lose a piece of our authentic self. Think back to your childhood. Can you remember moments when you expressed yourself freely, perhaps with excitement or passion, only to have that expression dismissed or stifled by others? You might have been told to grow up, be realistic, or that you were too sensitive. Over time, we learn to hide those parts of ourselves, those raw, authentic pieces of our nature that don't fit into the neat, comfortable box society has created for us. We suppress them, and in doing so, we begin to build the persona, the mask that protects us from judgment, but also keeps us from being fully alive. The persona allows us to function in society. It allows us to belong. But the problem arises when we begin to mistake the persona for the true self. The more we identify with the mask we present to the world, the more we lose touch with the depth of who we are. Beneath the mask lies the true self, the self that is spontaneous, raw, unfiltered, and uniquely you. But in order to access this self, we must be willing to confront the shadow. Jung believed that the shadow is the unconscious part of ourselves that we have rejected or suppressed. It is made up of everything we have decided isn't acceptable, whether that be emotions, desires, weaknesses, or even strengths. It is the parts of ourselves that we hide from others, and often from ourselves. But here's the critical point. The shadow doesn't just disappear because we refuse to acknowledge it. It doesn't vanish because we ignore it. Instead, it continues to exert its influence on us from behind the scenes. Have you ever found yourself intensely reacting to someone or something without fully understanding why? Perhaps someone's behavior has triggered an emotional response in you, anger, frustration, or even disgust. But when you look at that person, you realize there's nothing inherently wrong with them. Jung would argue that what you are experiencing is the projection of your own shadow. The very qualities you despise in others often reflect the parts of yourself that you have rejected. But here's the remarkable thing. Within the shadow lies the key to true self-discovery. Jung's great insight was that psychological growth is not about eliminating the shadow. It's about integrating it. It's about facing those parts of yourself that you have long avoided and accepting them as part of who you are. When you do this, you unlock a profound source of personal power, authenticity, and freedom. Are you ready to confront the truth of who you are? To break free from the illusions that have shaped your identity? Because the journey towards self-realization begins when you are willing to embrace your shadow, not as something to be eliminated, but as something to be integrated. This is where the real journey begins. It's not about becoming someone new, it's about becoming more of who you truly are. But how do you begin? How do you uncover the unconscious forces that shape your life? Jung believed one of the most powerful ways to access the unconscious is through symbols, dreams, and introspection. He saw dreams as messages from the unconscious, revealing hidden truths about our psyche. By paying attention to these symbols, we begin to understand the unconscious forces at play within us. But perhaps the most important step in this process is simply awareness. The moment you begin to question your thoughts, your beliefs, and your reactions, you are already taking the first steps toward transformation. You no longer accept everything at face value. You begin to look deeper, to question the illusions, and to uncover what has been buried inside you all along. Most people live their entire lives as strangers to themselves. They follow the paths laid out for them, never realizing that they have the power to choose a different way. They suppress their true nature, never realizing that their greatest strength lies in embracing all parts of themselves. But you don't have to be one of those people. You have the power to break free from the illusions that have held you back. To step into the fullness of who you are requires courage. Courage to face the discomfort, to let go of the identities you've clung to, and to embrace your true self. And in doing so, you will begin to experience life more fully, with a sense of authenticity, freedom, and inner peace. The journey to finding yourself is not an endpoint. It's an ongoing process of self-discovery and integration. But the choice is yours. Will you continue living a life defined by external forces? Or will you step into the unknown and discover the infinite possibilities of your true self? Because life doesn't truly begin until you find yourself. And now, you know the way.